get straight into it. Iksy, what's happening?
Assalamu alaikum, bye.
Alaikum.
Handshake first. You know what I'm saying? It's formality.
Do you know what? I'm laughing already. You even said anything.
Alright, get over.
Well, firstly, I'm glad that we're here.
Yeah.
We finally made it after months of talking. We made it to at Diamond Juice.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'll take the blame for that because I've been changing dates for bare long. I ain't gonna lie, but
No, it's cool. The main thing is
something,
that we're here, innit?
yeah.
And we done a podcast maybe about 6 months ago for another platform.
Hey, wait, what? Me and you done a podcast?
Yeah, and Nadia. Do you remember on Zoom during lockdown?
Oh yeah. Oh,
For
I
the
thought you
other bigger
meant like
company?
a podcast like this. Oh,
No.
Yeah,
We
I
did.
know, yeah.
That was the different
I was
back.
thinking, I can't remember that one.
That was a podcast that we did.
that
time.
was like a COVID podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, so but I remember we spoke about things and they weren't really, because the good thing is because I got a relationship with you lot,
Yeah.
I was able to ask the questions that not a lot of people could ask on a normal podcast.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, we had to get the people when we had on there because a couple of them guys come on as well, and we're uncovering different things. And the main thing about this podcast is to teach other people what you've been through,
Yeah.
what we've been through as a community, what we're going through, and what's coming up as well.
Yeah. 100%.
So first thing, I always start the podcast in saying, take us back, all the way back,
Like way back here.
way back, as young as you can think. Because there's certain things that I know that you've spoken about a little bit, like going back home,
Yeah.
being sent back home, sorry.
Yeah.
But you never told us why
Okay.
and how. But let's go all the way back anyway. Take me all the way back. Iksy when he was 10 years old.
10. Yeah, wait. Let me see. What was the? I can't remember. Okay. So obviously, I'll start with obviously, the name came from school. So back then, so in secondary school, you know how everyone used to like become a rapper. So
Yeah.
we used to get basically the Nokia phones and then obviously start rapping on any grime beat, and then everyone had their own names, and then my one was actually Iksy but with a Z.
Okay.
And then obviously the more I grew up, I was thinking, wait, that's actually Iksy. So it's not, I don't really want it to sound like that, so then I changed it to an S. But yeah, man. So obviously, yeah. So got the name from there. But went to school as normal.
Where did you go to school?
I went George Green.
Okay, whereabouts is
in
that?
Isle of Dogs.
Isle of Dogs,
So I was
East London,
there,
yeah?
Yeah, I was there until year 9. Then I got sent to Bangladesh in year 10.
In year 10, so he was 15.
Yeah. So for that whole year, I was in Bangladesh.
So there was something you was doing between year 7 and year 10
Yeah.
for your parents. Who was it mainly, your mom or your dad?
I think it was both.
They were just like, this
Yeah.
guy's got to go.
Yeah, so then what happened was obviously that I went Bangladesh for year 10, so I missed all of GCSE. So obviously, you know, year 10 is basically they teach you like all the subjects and stuff, and year 11 is like more revision, yeah. So I went Bangladesh year 10. I started a school. I got admitted to a school for 3 days there called Khadan Sibari. It's an international school. So there you had some British kids that were actually from here.
Yeah. That's that one where, what was that kid? I feel bad for this, yeah, but you might see it on like TikTok, and it was like a documentary, and he was like, they call me Fogger and stuff.
Yeah.
One of them schools you went to.
No, like, this one was alright, but basically, so yeah, that was the international school. So he had Bangladeshi students, but he had like British students as well that was from here. And yeah, I was there 3 days, and then we obviously then the school didn't continue there. So for the rest of the year, I was basically in the village in Mananabari for one whole year. All we had was fora in the evening. We used to get battered by the mess out.
Yeah.
He used to go make us choose our weapon. So
To get
if we
battered
got anything wrong, he used to be like, go outside, find a long stick, and then we used to obviously try and go and get small ones, and then we used to get in more trouble for getting a small one. So they used to get, and he used to whack us up. So we was there for like, yeah, so Zokigunj, very nice. It's Mananabari, but the area there is beautiful. It's right next to the Indian border, so you can see all the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
So I became a proper village boy, man. I even took like the telagari with the soul on that to the factory.
Yeah.
I lost bare weight, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I lost bare weight, but yeah, then I came back. Then after my dad was like, you know what, it's time for them. Let's take them back.
So is it you, just yourself, or your
No,
siblings?
so it was my brother as well.
So you both got
Yeah.
sent back home. Is that why your Bangla is so good?
I picked it up more there.
And it's like, because
Yeah.
you know the way you lot speak Bangla, yeah? I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the East London thing, but us
think
North
it's-
Londoners, we can't, like, we can. I think I'm maybe one of the guys, but because we don't really speak it amongst us too well.
In George Green, that was mainly like white populated school. Obviously, you had the Bengali lot there, but again, it wasn't like, it was different. Like, we used to all speak English to each other, but the thing is, obviously, in my household, because my mom and dad don't really know English, we always grew up like speaking Bengali anyway. Because when I've come back now, to UK, and obviously year 11 started now, and obviously I lost my spot in
School.
George Green. So I had to go. My dad had to go and see if any other school accept me. Luckily, Bethnal Green accepted me that time, so I started 11 straight, and there was all Brick Lane, Bethnal, Cannon Street lot, and obviously when I went there, I was thinking, right, because these lot were speaking Bengali like proper uncles to each other.
Yeah.
So then obviously I picked it up more in that school. But yes, I started year 11 with no knowledge about anything for GCSE, and I don't know how, bro, but I managed to get my GCSEs. And then
How many did you get?
I got 6.
Not bad.
Yeah. So
Not bad for someone who spent a year in Bangladesh.
including English, Math, Science.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah.
Then. But why did you get sent to Bangladesh?
I think it was just more like, because with me, I wasn't even like bad like that, innit? It was like more like, what's the word, man, in English? Like shorthanded.
So you're just like mischievous.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Like, so I was smart. Academically, I was smart, but I used to get distracted a lot easily. So there used to be every week, like every Monday, I remember the day.
Was that enough reason to send you back though? To be mischievous?
Because every Monday they're getting called to school for a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Every Monday, no matter what.
Okay.
Do you get it? Because this happened.
But
That.
what would you do? Like, what were you doing in them times?
Like, I can't really say exactly what I was doing,
But
but
give us a taste though of something
so
that's.
doing something in school that I wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whether it's like bunking, yeah,
Mm.
or like, but when I with me, bro, whatever I done wrong, I used to get clocked.
Yeah.
Like from either my family or from the school. So once I told my family that I've got a school trip, yeah, so I can wear no uniform, and then obviously I've gone, but then not gone. I haven't gone to school, and then my sister saw me on the bus. You get it? So then I still got caught in a way. And then they called the school, and then obviously the school calls up home, and then they're like, oh, he didn't attend today, and then it was just like continuous stuff like that, innit?
Yeah. So it's more like loads of petty things. That's dealt with
Yeah.
that.
So it's
Do you ever feel away like being like, could you got sent back there? Do you like not like that decision that was made?
No, bro, that's the best decision they made, bro. I loved it.
In what way? Because you enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
But
You know, actually, when it was time for us to come back, I didn't actually want to come back. So I was telling my mum and dad, I don't want to stay here.
Yeah, that's because you was doing a chill out life there.
Yeah,
It's
like,
like
in general as
different.
well. Yeah, I was like, because like I just like with me, I just wanted to stay there. I was like, nah, let me just stay here for another year or something. And then they were like, no, like you have to do your GCSEs, isn't it? It's time to go back now. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So
No, I hear that. I was sort of like, I remember that was like always, you know, when they said to you, like, we're gonna send you back home, was you like scared? I got the madrasa one. We're gonna send you to madrasa.
Oh yeah.
Not back home because they probably knew I ain't gonna be able to say a word there. So they were just
Yeah.
like, we're gonna send you to madrasa.
But with me, like, I think because my parents, they're like my mum especially, like Islamically, they're very knowledgeable in Islam. So growing up, like my mum got me on Quran. I think all of us on Quran actually. So I've got 7 siblings.
Okay.
And all of us, my mum got us on Quran, and then from then she sent us to Fora,
Yeah.
to obviously for our tajweed and stuff. But yeah, so I think in terms of but when I was young as well, I was actually quite good in terms of like knowing our religion. So I used to pay attention to a lot. I was really good at memorizing stuff.
Yeah.
So I memorized 5 chapters of the Quran myself at home.
Okay.
Like, when I was like young back then. And then so then obviously like I used to enter like Qur'an competitions in the area and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So being like obviously a part of this like religious background and stuff like that, yeah. How did that go with you? Because after school, did you go uni and stuff?
Yeah, so after school, I got sent to Ibrahim College.
Okay, that's the madrasa, isn't it?
It's like a madrasa college basically in East London. But again, I was doing so that one was supposed to be a Alim course and A levels together. So it was like a 3-year with them, and then I think it's another 5 years abroad.
Okay.
But I got kicked out on the last day of that first year.
What happened?
So yeah, I went back to George Green 6th form after Ibrahim College, and then I got my A levels. So, but even then, when I went back to George Green, I was getting a meeting with my sister every Monday. Again, it was meeting with me, but
just like weekly reviews.
yeah. But because the teachers back then, they used to like the teachers used to love me, but it's just one of those ones where I just get distracted bears. And but yeah, I managed to still. I got 2 Bs in my A levels, and then I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to, but to be honest, uni wasn't even in my head because I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. And then I started work straight after, so I done a concierge job.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's when we started Pure Movements.
That's so. Is that when I met you then? No, I didn't meet you at that time.
Nah,
No, do you know what? I think you had another concierge job after that. That's when I met. No, I
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
you around them times.
yeah, because I done like, so that was my first ever concierge job. I done that for 2 years, and then I done another one for 1 year. Then I done another one for 4 years.
Okay. So going back to the first concierge job you did, and you said you started this Pure Movements thing,
Yeah.
What was that? Because that's when I probably first saw the stuff, but I didn't pay attention enough.
Yeah,
you know, you just see clips. But back in them days, it was a WhatsApp thing.
Yeah.
know
So
that-
even then, Instagram was actually new back then. And what happened was there was obviously it was me, Cash, Tips, Ikram, my brother Maj, my other mate Afif. There was like Jay. He was known as Jay Baba. There was like good 10 of us. Like all we were all mates.
Yeah.
We all grew up together. And what happened was we all ended up getting the same job, as in this. But we was all, most of us was working in the same company.
Okay.
You get it? So what happened was like, so Instagram first I think kicked off then, and so then what do you call it? Cash opened a page called Pure Movements.
Okay.
But back then we used to do really like non-family content. It was more like it was fun, like it was still comedy content, but it was just like more on the not on the PG side basically. Innit?
I feel like compared to today though, that was very PG.
Nah,
Like I feel like it was a lot more PG than it is now.
do you feel?
Now I feel like I say more outrageous stuff online than how
Nah,
you
so
guys are saying.
so the stuff then I don't know if you watched most of them then.
I've seen the ones with like, obviously I remember the one was like, Labour Conservative and stuff
No,
like
so
that.
that's when we
like-
changed it.
Okay, so
we,
there's stuff before
yeah,
that.
so we changed it to that kind of content when we started realizing that we got a lot of families watching us and kids watching us. But before that, bro, we had no filter. The stuff we were saying in our language, I can't even say it. That's how, and I can't even believe I said stuff like that online. Do you get it?
Yeah.
And then so my first ever video done on Pure Movements was which one was it, man? I think it was the Taken one.
Yeah, I
When
remember that one.
Someone when I do the Liam Neeson news
thing,
or whatever scene.
I will find you. And I will kill you.
And then from that it just basically obviously we started just getting one video after the other. And back then, bro, we had like 60,000 followers. Do you get it?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot today, but
especially
it was a
for
lot
back then.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So so we were obviously getting very like known back then as well, innit? And then so then from that, so we done that for a bit, and then obviously everyone got busy. You start growing up and you have to work and all that
But
stuff.
you didn't think that there was going to be a future in doing
No,
that
no,
though.
no,
It's
no.
just
Even
you
then,
not having bants.
Yeah, even from when we were doing it then, we didn't think of it as like anything else apart from we just having fun. Do you get it? Because back then, like having followers and that didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Whereas now, if you got followers, you've got a platform that you can do something with it. Back then, you couldn't really do anything with it. It was just people just watch and enjoy.
Yeah.
And so then from there, to be honest, so we done Pure Movements, and then when we hit that platform on Pure Movements, we started getting obviously like networking with people like Mumsy. I still remember when we first met Mumsy. But like to us, we were like, Rush. We're in the same place as Mumsy, like in the same room as Mumsy and that. And then we saw, that's when Stranger Family was still about. So then we saw like Janae Cade and Shah, all of them, like, and obviously we listened to them all in school and everything, and it was like we figured it was like a quite overwhelming for
He was
us.
hitting
innit?
milestones basically.
Yeah.
Going a bit more.
Yeah, so
Get
we
more
even
involved.
we actually done a meet and greet back then in Manchester. That's the only ever one we done ever, because someone booked us back then. Obviously we were young as well, innit? So we didn't really know how it worked.
How much did you lot go out
Bro,
for?
if I tell you how much,
no, tell us.
if I tell you how much, they gave us, to go to Manchester, and like us being from London, £80.
What, for how many?
All of us were.
What, for 80 quid?
Yeah, like, but we didn't even go for
travel.
But we didn't even go for the money. Do you get it? We just thought, let's go, like make it a day trip.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to be a segregated event because it's a charity event.
Okay.
But what's happened is we've gone in, and then it's gone manic inside, where everyone's just starting to mix and everything. And then I remember like some of the lot, I'm not gonna name them just in case they don't want it, but like their arms got scratched. Someone took someone else's like Palestine scarf they had on, and then it basically we don't know nothing about security, nothing, because we didn't see like, ourselves like that as well.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
So when we've gone into that hall now, it's just gone so crazy. We had to leave straight away. So I think we were inside for literally like half an hour to leave straight away. and then we had to go back in our car. And we were just like so baffled, like what the hell just happened, bruv? And then drove back to London.
It's a learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's mad to hear. And I feel like loads of other people, like we had like Rackstar come on and he telling us like earlier, like when he first went and like madness happened, you don't really realize the impact.
Yeah, like even like someone like Rackstar, bro. Like when we was young, like I remember when I first saw Rackstar as well. And I used to be like, one of your tracks is actually when I was young. It was I used to have it on repeat every day on that little iPod. You know the iPod Shuffle, the little ones. On that, it was the RAXSTAR. That one. Yeah. So I used to bang that every day. You get it? And then obviously,
well, table's a term because he bangs your tune every day now. Well, no, maybe not every day, but it's one of your tunes that he plays on a regular.
Is it which one?
So he's got this story. I forgot what song it is, but what's the one of the first ones you released? Not cover, the other one, the Bengali one.
Enjoy.
Yeah, Enjoy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's a cover of an old Bangla song.
Yeah, a wedding song.
Yeah. So he's got a Bengali friend that used to always sing that song.
Is it?
So it reminds him of those days, and he specifically told me that he always remembers that friend. That's why he always when he listens to that tune.
Yeah,
so he's having impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what happened to Pure Movements back then?
So it's like, but you know what? I'm happy you asked me this as well, bro, because a lot of people have like speculations and what do you call it? They have their own little what do you call it? Like a idea in their head that obviously they're from issues or whatnot. But
see, that's the thing with all these things, right? Because you're not the first person that said that. But if I've asked you now what's happened in Pure Movements, a lot of people like draw to this podcast. I could put that clip out and draw to this podcast immediately for doing that. But also people need to be understanding of what people go through as well. Yeah,
because at the end of the day, bro, like with all us boys, we literally like grew up together, like proper, as in we used to hang around in the state together, like we went to school together. So it was like it's one of those ones where it will never be. There's never been any bad blood between us. You get it? Obviously, what's happened is when we reached that stage in Pure Movements, like I said, people grow up. Some people don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. Some people like they've got obviously responsibilities now. You get it? So it basically became like more like that. So we started uploading less on that. Yeah. And then it's basically like so we wasn't as consistent on the page anymore. Yeah. Because everyone basically got busy. Everyone had a job to do. Because at the end of back then we wasn't getting paid from it. You get it? We like even back then we had bare people coming up to us trying to like sign us on and stuff. We didn't understand nothing, so we didn't sign anything with anyone. Because with us, like we've always had that thing where as boys, like it's not gonna be a thing where like someone comes and offers us money. But because the thing is, everyone that was coming to us with a contract and whatnot, they wasn't exactly saying what they're offering. Okay, you get it? So I even remember I was given an actual contract on paper under my block in a car, and I was told to sign it there and then.
By who?
I ain't gonna say who, bro.
But was it like but tell me this kind of person where they come from though. What is their background? Because I don't know who invests into people.
So their background is like more on the media side. Okay, you get it. So and what happened was,
how did they gain from you? Putting content out, getting numbers.
No, so they wanted me to basically be under them. Okay. Like not even me, like me. They wanted me. Who else? Cash and I think my brother. They wanted us under them. Okay. Did you get it? Like on paper. And I remember I took the paper and then they were proper pressuring us to sign it in the car that time. Did you get it? And then
you were young in them days as well.
Yeah, I was young, but I had like with my head, bro, like it's one of those ones where I thought, nah man, like I ain't gonna sign nothing. Do you get it? And obviously they've obviously put it in a way where they've sold us like some sort of like, oh yeah, you'll what do you call it? You'll gain something from it. Yeah. Do you get it? So then I've gone home. I've made a call to Mazzy this time as well. So that's when back then as well I just met Mazzy that time as well. Yeah. So called Mazzy and I said, Mama, like this like someone's offered, and then he was like, don't sign nothing. You get it? He goes, unless you get someone that understands the contract and can read it for you, don't sign anything. Yeah. You get it? And I didn't sign it. And
do you remember what they were offering?
I don't know, but they were saying something about 30% of their business or something like that. But to me, it wasn't making sense of why someone is giving 30% away of their business for free. Yeah. Do you get it? Like, it wasn't making sense to me. And then But yeah, so then I didn't go ahead with it, and then yeah, man.
How many times that kind of thing? How many times that?
We had a few people trying to like tell us like jump on with us. Do you get it? And then again, like I said, everyone got busy. It just basically it's like Pure Movement started going on to more of like like it started slowing down a bit. Do you get it? And then back then so I was the only one, to be honest, back then that didn't have my own account.
Okay.
So like you had the Pure Movements as the main page, and then you had like Madge had his own personal page, and then Cash had his own personal page, and then Ikram had, like, everyone had their own personal page. And then obviously if there was any content for Pure Movements that I uploaded there, I didn't have no personal page. I just used Pure Movements as like, if I had, because I don't post anything else in it. So back then, so if I was like, I'll post a video, I'll post on Pure Movements. And then back then I made my own personal one as well, under Iksy. I think back then I named it like Official Iksy TV or something. And then yeah, so then what I started doing is like I started like, so whenever I had time, I was just pushing on Iksy TV, and then from there, then obviously I started getting into more of, you know, I actually do singing ones anyway on Instagram.
Yeah.
So then that's when I'm basically, yeah. So then back then that's when I met Shah, and then he's in his studio. We went there, we were just having fun, and then we were all in the studio, and then I just started basically doing a parody to Into.
Yeah.
The first one I done.
Yeah.
And it was just like, again, it was just out of like it wasn't something that I've written down or we've sat there and we've planned anything. I've just gone to the studio that they were chilling, and then I've just ended up doing a parody, recording a parody of Into, which back then, even then, it done numbers. Like in 2 days, we hit 50k on YouTube, and from that one video, I hit 13,000 subscribers on YouTube from zero.
So going back to what you were saying about like with the Pure Movement stuff, what was the rumors that you heard? I know that I heard like you guys had like an argument or something.
Yeah. So I don't know where
like,
people are hearing that. Yeah.
Loads of people made up their own assumptions. What was the other assumptions that you heard?
So yeah, no. So the assumption that we like, as in what I've heard that people have been thinking is that we've fallen out.
Yeah.
You get it? But I tell it, like, when people ask me about it, I tell them as well, like, we still chill together, bro. It's not like before where we just do it as a group, but even here and there when I'm with the boys, I snap it, like I'll put in my story. Do you get it? But it's not a thing where there's been any kind of fallout or anything like that. It's just one of those ones where that one slowed down because everyone got busy. That's why even now none of the other lot do it. Do you get it? And then I just,
because even your brothers like
even Madge don't
a
do it
lot.
anymore. Yeah.
So it's like,
because Madge used to post back then a lot.
I remember when Madge used to do it in the bus and that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Back then, that was mad.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm sure he must have got in trouble from work from doing that.
You know what? He used to fall asleep while driving the bus.
Yeah, we need to get. I'm gonna get him on this.
You need to ask him about that
soon.
story.
I do. I need to
literally, bro. Like when I first met Nish, after I released Into Parody,
yeah,
we had a show. I had a show that was my first ever show. After I released Into the Parody, it was in Birmingham, and then even, bro, like everything was just so like raw. Like I couldn't basically take it all in. Like I got like even like stuff like, I got a VIP booth here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, my own one. And then like they come in and giving us like 6 pipes for me and whoever's with me.
Yeah.
Everything on the house, and I'm thinking, yeah, bye. And obviously with me, even till this day, I tell people I get nervous before I go on stage, and I just go through this thing where I get really nervous. And then once I'm on that, I'm alright. So when I first went on that, and I just see bare lights and that, and then I remember I was bugging out inside. I'm thinking, yeah, bye. And I remember, I think I was like, one of my hands was shaking while I had the mic, and then while I was performing, yeah. But like, yeah, I met Nish that day, first ever time, and and he was, I think, just getting into it as well, like the singing side, and like, cause he had a guitar with him, and I remember he sang like me, Mazzy, and and Nish were there, and then now like, bruv, look at Nish is like, and that's one person I rate in the music scene, like especially in our people, bruv. Is Nish, cause he's like, the way he's doing it, he's killing it.
Yeah, he's doing well. Like in the music scene, I feel like with Bengalis, you lot have it's tough for you lot. It's tough in the sense of
man.
A lot of people don't understand it, and there's 2 different sides of it as well. Like even with your content, do you sometimes feel that people take you as a joke, man?
Yeah, no, you know what, I used to, but now I don't, because I get a lot of Indian and Pakistani people like approaching me outside.
I remember saying this on other podcasts, like how many Somali people know who you are.
Yeah, obviously. Now, you know what, Somali people know me though, but I'll tell you why. Because of one content, the no smoking one. No smoking in it. It is against the law.
to smoke it in the same premises. In casa or fire, do not use
because they started.
Everyone knows you because of that one.
Because
That's different.
They started what especially the Somalian lot. What
I'm
they
just
started
put
doing.
that out. That's why.
Yeah.
as
So
well.
I'm just put up and Link Up TV put up. Yeah.
Okay.
And what happened was people started, especially the black community, they started basically recreating it. Do you get it? But then tagging me, so then I'm thinking, right, I didn't know they know about that. Do you get it? Like, and then from that I got from the I'm Just Bait and Link Up TV post, I got a lot of the black community for like in my following. I was like, out in Wood Green once, and this brother from I think Egyptian brother, like, he stopped me on the car park. He goes, "What?" Then he started doing my accent.
How is it?
Yeah. So in my head I'm thinking, rah, like, because in my head I thought, I know I got the Bengalis, and I know I got Indian and Pakistanis, but I didn't know I got the black community like that as well. Do you get it? And he was just probably like, "Oh, how you doing, man? How you doing?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, bro, how do you watch my stuff?" He goes, "Bro, I watch your stuff every day." I'm like, "Rah." You get it?
Is this your proper accent though? Right here, right now, what we're talking.
Yeah, but I want to mention this here because I don't know if you know, but I stutter a bit.
Yeah.
But that's because of the accent. So I had to stop that for a bit. Yeah, because I messed up my own accent, like my original one, because I forgot to speak.
Remember we was talking about this on the phone the other day when I was telling you when Roll Safe come out and everyone started doing the lisp.
Yeah.
Me and my boy Ashley, we was doing it so much that we started doing it at
Bro,
home.
you know, to this day, I can't speak too much properly. If I call him now, I'm like, "Hello, bro, how you doing?" You get like, we can't have
That's
no.
bad though,
we can't
man.
have. I know.
Imagine you start doing that work and that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it started becoming an everyday thing where I started basically realizing that my actual, like, my normal accent, I'm messing it up. Do you get it?
Yeah, going back to what I was saying with like with your content, I feel like, especially with the type of comedy content, if you can remember back, did you get any backlash for the kind of content you was doing?
Yeah.
So there were two stages early on, wasn't there? So there was the mad outrageous shit that you was doing,
Yeah.
and then the more
So from the
conservative stuff.
outrageous stuff, we didn't get no backlash, but we just thought, you know what, man, we got little kids and that watching it. We can't do this kind of content no more. Yeah. So then we started the other content, but then, so back then, obviously we used to like wear the scarves and that, innit?
Yeah.
So that we used to get backlash from that because obviously, like in our religion, like you can't like dress up like a lady and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously, and we used to always try and like, and you gotta like think of ways, but we're not doing it on a serious level, innit? We're doing it as comedy. But then again, it's to still like be like, "Oh, bro, you're still imitating a woman." So you get it? That's why, bro. When's the last time you saw me wearing a scarf, bro? I don't do it
I
anymore.
don't
Do you get
remember
it?
that
Yeah,
one. Last time you did.
like that's so because with me like, and with all of us as well. But we used to wear our mum's maxi, bro. Like my mum used to go, yeah. My mum used to go outside like for like to my cousins in that house, yeah. And I used to go to a cupboard but with me, I never used to like obviously think of what is the like, you know, like plan ahead, innit? So I used to get any maxi dress out. I used to tap literally like a proper fitted dress, yeah. And I used to put it, I used to wear a scarf. We used to quickly bang out the videos, and then I used to take it off, and then I used to basically try and be legit, and then put it back in the finger. She
wouldn't find out.
Nah, so she used to come home, and this like my mum knew exactly what dresses wear. So then when she was like, "Why is one of my new ones all the way on the top for?" She get it, and they used to be video like my brother. They used to
What was she gonna think? Oh, I'm on 5-inch.
Yeah, but then obviously we're like, okay, now we need to tell that we just do it as a joke, innit? Because she's gonna end up thinking that I'm, transitioning or something. But so then obviously so then that was I used to get a lot of backlash from family as well, like not my immediate family, but like people that related to us. So they used to be calling my mum. They used to be like, "What is he doing? Like, shut on there, whatnot, you know, blah blah blah." Like, this put her down, innit? And back then, obviously, I couldn't even tell my mum I'm making money from it because I wasn't. Do you get it?
Yeah. How did you deal with that then?
Yeah, so bro,
Because like, you know, I know exactly how you feel as well. Because even what I do, next man are like look down at me because of that. And like some people that are so irrelevant.
Yeah.
But you know, we don't feel the backlash of that.
Yeah.
Our parents and our grandparents feel.
Yeah,
because people question them, they don't question us.
Yeah.
So at that time, how did that make you feel, and how did you make your parents feel as well?
Yeah, so obviously with my parents, they don't understand how it is, innit? They don't understand like as in nothing about social media stuff and what I'm doing. They just used to be told on the phone, "Oh, your son's making a fool of himself. Like he's, you know, dressing up like, you know, this, and he just basically giving you short and stuff like that." And I'm thinking, bruv, it's not even that deep, bruv. Like even like, you know, when we used to do like Bengali theory videos, like they used to basically make it sound like I'm taking the mick out of my own mum.
Yeah.
You get it? So then obviously, but my mum used to be like, "Just whatever you're doing, just leave it. Like, stop it, innit? You get it? Like, because a lot of true, like they keep like people are calling me every day, like the neighbors and then like our other people. And then I'm thinking, shit. Like I was there, I'm thinking, shit. Like it's not even like that though. Do you get it? Yeah. And that time we got called to go on Boy Shakimella.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what happened was we were just about to go on stage. Yeah. Cash went up. I think it was Isla. I took the first step and I stepped back down again.
Why?
After in my head, I'm thinking, every Bengali household got this TV on, bruv, yeah? Now, my mum's gonna have it on as well. So you get it? And if my mum's with people and then they see me on stage now, like, I don't want her to feel like, embarrassed or anything. So, last minute I was like, bro, I'm not gonna go on, man. You lot go on. They're like, what? No, I'm not gonna go on, man. Just leave. Yeah. So then I didn't even go on the stage that time.
How old was you back then when that situation happened?
I think it was like when I was like 20, 22, like that, yeah.
So he's quite young.
Yeah.
Do you regret that?
No.
It's a good thing that you did in those
But
days.
even now, I wouldn't go on Mela. Like,
No.
Boy Shakimella.
What makes you not want to do Boy Shakimella?
I don't know, I think it's just
Even now, with the amount you've done, everyone knows now.
yeah. So I done one Miller. Yeah. That was the Birmingham one.
Okay.
And it's just, brother, like, I don't know, man. With Miller, I don't know, I just don't like it.
Do you feel like, and the reason why I asked that is because I've had a similar situation,
Yeah.
Miller as well, where everyone and their uncles and their sussies are there,
They're there, yeah.
or they've seen it,
Yeah.
and it turns into a gossiping match as opposed to
Yeah,
look at
because
this person doing this.
Yeah, like, but they'll be like, look at this person's son.
Yeah,
Like, that, no, look, he's on Boy Shakimella stage. Look at him.
That's something we literally spoke about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
This guy's brother's done, like, you started to become other people's situation, and it's quite bad in our community. And I don't know if this happens, it must happen in other communities as well. So I feel like that has you shouldn't feel like that. In my opinion, I don't feel like you should feel like that.
Yeah.
And if you want to do a Mela, you should feel like you are able to do a Mela.
Yeah,
if
and
you know
obviously,
what I mean.
bro, like with me, it's like back then, like even now, like my parents, they'll always come first. You get it? Like, if I'm gonna do something that's gonna upset them, then I won't do it. Do you get it? I would soak more, I would just not do it. Do you get it?
Yeah.
But now it's proper like calm, because if anyone was no one even calls anymore anyway and says that stuff. But if they was to, like, I'm making money from it. Do you get it?
I feel like,
Bro, I went to this fake uni, innit?
where?
It's called Churchill College, bro.
Doing what? To do what?
But we just only went for the grant.
How much? How much was the grant?
We used to get 1,300 every 2 months.
Not bad though.
Yeah, but you don't understand, bro. We used to go there and we used to question ourselves. Like, it was me, 4 of my other mates, bro. I'm not gonna even hot them up. Do you get it? Yeah. 4 of my other mates. We went to this one in Watchapel behind the bloody behind the market. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's literally like there's nothing wrong with ESOL classes. Yeah, but we're born and bred here, bruv. Yeah. We was in a classroom with sassas and sassies, and they used to, like, we used to sit there and we used to hear them, and they used to be like, oh, the definition of this is, and we used to look at, like, what are we doing here, man? Yeah. And the thing is, with our one, we couldn't even just clock in and just like go. We had to basically stay there for the lesson and then go. And we done that for like a whole year, and then we managed to get a H&D though. Like, we actually got a level 4 qualification from it in business. Yeah. But one of my mates, he only went and done the 3rd year in another uni and he graduated.
Oh, it's decent.
Yeah.
Though. At least he got something out of it.
Yeah, I know.
You should have followed.
I know.
But
bro.
what I'm more surprised is that how did you, with A levels, go and do some ESOL level thing?
Because basically what
How
happened
was you even allowed in that?
So no, it was through people that we knew. They're like, yeah, because obviously they got a cut from it. So I'm like, it was so dodgy, bruv. This whole thing was so dodgy.
Wait, someone
Because
got
the guy had the office, yeah. His business was to get students, and he gets commission off every student. Do you get it? Yeah. So he obviously spoke to us. He goes, listen, you lot want a grant, bruv? They'll pay you grant, bruv. We find out after it's a loan, fam, not even a grant, bruv. I'm still paying off.
You're still paying that
Yeah.
off? That's 6 mils a month that you took. You're still paying it off.
Yeah.
What's the interest saying?
No, so I pay £20 a month, innit?
Extra.
I done the lowest. I'm like, I can only pay £20 a month.
£20 a month. That's expensive, bro.
I know.
That's mad
Yeah,
expensive.
but they take it basically from, like, you know how they take tax? They take it straight away from there.
I know that, but I've got student loan.
Yeah.
I got done hard because I went late. $9,000 a year.
Well, so I think when I done it, it was like £6,000.
So I still paid like 25, 27.
So, yeah, man. So I don't know why, because we were like, wait, we got a letter saying we owe the money, innit? So we called the guy. We're like, yo, you said there's a grant, bro. You don't pay back grants. He goes, oh no, it's basically like a grant, but you have to pay it back. I'm like, that's a bloody loan, bro. Not a grant.
That's jokes. How did you not get done like that? I don't know.
He even gave us another guy's number. He used to have a office like with proper workers in it. You used to pay him to do your assignments. It used to be like £30 for a guaranteed pass. He didn't know a single word of English. But like, we're gonna trust this guy with our money. But then somehow, he's still passed, bro.
Oh, I didn't even know
the whole cycle is just bare dodgy from the beginning of how we got introduced to everything.
I don't know how you even got indulged in that. I don't know how you even thought about that. I don't know where you thought that was a good idea, but I guess you got the H&D out of it, and you're paying 20 quid a month for that.
No,
but it's all good. It's done now, isn't it? You learned. But did you not have the will to go to like proper uni and stuff?
No.
Did your parents ever like stick on you to do that?
They didn't really pressure us. Like even like all my siblings, they didn't really pressure us like to go uni and stuff. Obviously, if we wanted to, then it's different, innit? But it's one of those ones where after like my Ibrahim College thing, then they put me in the normal sixth form, and then by the end of that sixth form, because I got into work straight away. So then uni wasn't really in my mind. We, for 1 year we were doing nothing. That's why we ended up let's go to that and just get some money every month and then just do it like that.
I feel like that's such a typical short-term thinking thing that you do. But
we saw it as a business plan, innit? But we ended up getting in debt, bro.
It's a debt for it. That's jokes. I feel like everyone has a super story where they've done something like that. Though. Maybe not that bad, but I feel like a lot of people got that because I've definitely got
we used to go and play pool. They used to have a pool room there. We used to go and play pool literally, and then we never understood nothing in the class because we didn't understand what the guy was saying. Like in teaching them, we used to be like, "Rah, man." And they just give us assignments. We used to go back to that guy and watch him and be like, yeah, £30.
Just to, and now you're still paying the £30 to the next guy.
Now we're giving £30 to someone else now, bro.
That's crazy, bro. So, going back now to when you was growing up, is it in Tower Hamlets? His Isle of Dogs in Tower Hamlets?
Yeah.
What was it like growing up there?
There it was actually hard, man. Because it used to be a BNP populated area, innit? So, like, obviously when we hit like school age, it was okay. But growing up, there was like a lot of racism there. Like I saw, like I haven't actually said this on camera, but I still remember clearly when I was in the bus stop with my dad, and like this is how bad it was, that area. So and then like a group of like there was like one girl and 3 boys come to the bus stop, and I'm with my dad. We were gonna go Cannon Street to my aunt's house, and then there was a drain smell there, innit? So then they started making comments like, "Oh, it stinks here," and obviously my dad wasn't reacting to it. And then one of them got up and said, like, "You with a P word, you lot stink. It's your smell." So then obviously my dad was like, "It's not us, it's the drain." And then they're obviously having a lot, like they're obviously saying all these comments and stuff like that. Then my dad's gone to look the other way to see if the bus is. Then they walked away. So we thought they went. My dad's looking the other way. And then one of them comes and kicks my dad on the back so hard and drops him to the floor. And then they run away, obviously. And then my dad got up and started running after them. And then, then obviously he couldn't get to them or anything. But yeah, it's like that thing. Even though I was very young, like I still remember everything, like the whole thing. My mum used to go to. We used to have a GP downstairs. She used to go to the GP downstairs, and then like once she went, and then we can hear like from our flat. We used to live on the 7th floor, so we can hear like bare like people talking from downstairs. So we look through the window and we see basically what they've done is they've blocked my mum from entering the building, but they're taking the mic and like doing this kind of posture like on the floor and that. Do you get it? So then we've all gone down now, and then thing like that. Then yeah, it was just a thing, man. It's like there used to be this even one boy that used to wait after school for any Asian lot to go through the square just to go and hit them or chuck something at them or anything like that, innit?
Yeah. And like this happened like during your early ages, for a long time.
Yeah, for it was even one of my cousins came from back home, and he was staying with us, and he got attacked by 3 guys with a dog chain and everything. They put him in hospital just because like, and he's from back home, bro. He just came from back home that time as well. For no reason, they just take him to the building.
Does that happen a lot, like these kind of situations?
Yeah, I think now it's calmed down though. Like now it's good, like it's proper multicultural there.
I feel like that's kind of because I grew up in North London, Enfield.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like it was the same. It was like heavily white populated area.
Yeah.
and it was easy to pick on the Asian people.
Yeah, because there was a majority of them.
Because the thing is, like, other communities have moved into both your area and my area,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like they got it as much
No.
as we did in those days. And like, I feel like it does change. Like, and someone else said this to me the other day. Enfield people don't want to be Asian. Like, people from that area don't want to be Asian. Like, they're ashamed of being Asian.
Is it?
Some do, some don't. It's just maybe an outside thing.
Yeah.
I personally, I wasn't afraid of it, but at the same time, I'd understand why I wouldn't listen to, like, I was that guy in school with like headphones on 24/7.
Yeah.
But not everyone's listening to what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't like exert that energy out or show that I'm going to do this. I remember, like, whether it would be like during a time when you wear like proper Asian clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let them see that stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't post pictures like that up on, back in them days, Facebook or MySpace
Yeah.
or wherever it was, Bebo.
and that.
Like, I wouldn't post that. And I felt like a lot of people in my area were like that as well, because it was, not everyone, but most people were, because you get cussed for it.
Yeah.
Do you feel that seeing those things, like with your dad's situation of him getting attacked that time, like for over some dumbness, the fights that like you've had to have in school, do you think that's like shaped you as a person today?
Yeah, because I do think of like with that specific thing, I do think of like, I still remember the boy's face clearly in my head, bro. Because, but I've never seen the boy again in my life.
Yeah.
But I still like, if I was to walk past him, I feel like I'll know who he is. So it's like that.
Do you feel like it gave you like some kind of trauma as well, like after?
Yeah, I think in trauma, because I still remember it clearly. I was young, do you get it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I think I was like bloody, I was like maybe like 10, 9, 10 back then.
I do feel like with these kind of things, there's a lot of trauma that's not spoken about in our community in a way that affects a lot of people, and we kind of brush it under the carpet. And you know what? Like, I remember this podcaster. Yeah, I'll tell you who it was after. You know him. He was like, I know he probably wouldn't have an issue with me saying this because he said it outright.
Yeah.
People are talking about, especially men, are talking about their feelings too much.
Yeah.
That's why there's a lot of like. That's why no one's got backbone. But you know, when these traumatic things are happening to people, and you know, like, the times have changed now. Saying just man up isn't okay. Like, you've got children now, yeah? If your son has been, or your daughter, or whatever, like, they've been through, or even your younger brother, or whatever it is, if they've been through that kind of situation, how would you approach that now in 2022 as a Bengali?
Because we understand about it and know what it is. Like, we would approach it in this way, where as like our parents and like parents in general, like, that are obviously, they grew up differently. Like, like, I know my mum and my dad, like, they still, if we was to talk about like mental health stuff, they wouldn't still really get it because they haven't been taught about it. Do you get it? But and they haven't, like, because obviously they grew up, but like most of our parents, they grew up back home, and back home is completely different, bro. Do you get it? Back home, like, the guy, even the girls work, like, as in, especially if you come from a poor background.
Yeah.
So it's basically a man is a man, as in, like, for them, a man means like the backbone, as you say. Do you get it? Like, where no emotions and just go and work, basically.
Like, I'm not saying that's wrong, but like,
but sometimes you need someone like that in the house.
You do. You need someone to just be there.
Yeah.
And be that. I fully agree with you.
Be that like man figure in your life.
That scary figure.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because it stops you from doing certain things, and I fully agree with that. Also, at the same time, I feel like I've got a friend, for example. Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't mind me telling this story. But when we was in school, this guy couldn't see the board. I think he found some glasses. Yeah, he took the lens out and he used to look at the board like this with the lens. And literally the other day we were talking about my house. He's like, bro, I was scared to tell my pops, like, take me to the opticians.
Oh shit!
Because I thought he was gonna go mad at me. He failed the GCSEs because of that. And
sometimes
can you see
need to
these
just
things?
approach them, bro. There's been bare times where in my head, before I even, basically with me, I ain't gonna lie, basically my mum is like more of the, like, oh, what should I say to her, or thing. You get it? My dad's alright, like, my dad's calm in it. And there's been bare times thinking, okay, how do I say this to my mum? But then once I've said it, it's like, it's alright. You get it?
I think we do underestimate.
I think we
parents.
overthink sometimes as well.
Yeah, I do. And
Our
anyone
parents are
older as well.
understandable. 100%. Like, especially with me, like, what do you call it? Yeah, like even like we got elders in our family, where I think back then I would like not even mention certain stuff to them, but like obviously not anything disrespectful, but as in, like even it could be the smallest thing. Yeah, but I've said it like I've said it, and then it's all calm.
There's very different comments,
Yeah,
especially on TikTok. TikTok is a mad place right now.
Yeah, I know, bro.
And
I always say, man, TikTok's just full of toxic people. Like, you can advise someone, but there's a way to advise them, innit? Like, you know how if anyone does something wrong, like on, not even anything wrong, bruv. Like, if you want to basically even give anyone dawah when it comes to, like, Islam, there's a way to give them dawah. Nowadays, people just basically name and shame and then give dawah. Do you get it? But, like, I'm sure even with our prophet, like, if someone is, if you're gonna, you can't name and you basically, we've been taught that you don't name and shame anyone if, like, no matter what they've done, innit? So if you want to advise them and give dawah to them, you can just tell them privately.
see, that's another thing. Going back to what I was saying, I wasn't even like taking it in that route, but if you're gonna name and shame and upset people online, people need to understand what effects that has on people
100%.
as well. And you've been doing this thing for time now. There must be things that have upset you during that time, like things people have said, things people have done. Tell me a time where it's like something's really affected you.
There's been times where like the brothers have said, bro, what you're doing is alright. Do you get it? But they've said it in a way where I've taken it to offense. Do you get it? Because the way they've said it to me is basically not a way where they're advising me. They're saying it in a way where they're trying to embarrass me.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So when these brothers in I was in like Mile End, Stepney side, and this brother came up to me, came and shook my hand and everything, and I was in my lot, and then he was like, brother, you should stop what you're doing, man. It's not right, it's haram, blah 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 blah. But he said it the way he said it, and I said, bro, there's a way to say it. Do you get it? Like, you think because you said it like that, now I'm not gonna go. Like, the way you said it, that's not gonna make me stop. If you take with this side, by if you can just try and stop. Or whatnot, that's different. I'm like, then I go to him, like, if you're trying to embarrass me, then like,
you
say that
in
it. Yeah, I don't even know who you are, bro. Yeah. Like, if you really want to help me, just message me online. Give me dawah.
That's another thing. Do you pay too much attention to your comments?
No, but if I do get 1-2 comments, like say for example, I'm even if like we post this video on my page and someone says something about what you said was wrong, or you know, or something like that, I just delete it. You don't bother me. I don't think about it anymore. If I see anything negative, or delete, and I just literally don't come to my head anymore. Because at the end of the day, we got the control over that. Yeah. Do you get it? Now you can filter. Now you can even filter comments. Where you don't, like, you can put all negative words in that filter, and it's, that now you don't have to worry about anyone saying anything negative.
Do you feel that's?
But that's why it's got to, for them to do that. Do you get it?
I think this is what it is. Do you address the situation? Or do you
It depends what
ignore
the
it?
situation is, bro. Because if it's like someone's just turning around and giving me some, like, accuse me of something mad. Do you get it?
What have you been accused for?
Bro, do you know we're actually talking about this, yeah? I forgot when it was, man. So, I'm not going to get too much into detail, but this feminist page or something, bruv, yeah? They started this whole thing that I'm supporting someone that's, what's that thing? What do you call that thing? Something victim blaming someone. Yeah?
Okay.
And they basically put a little story up or something, or tagged me, and then I said something back on my story, yeah, and just addressed it and just shot it like that, left it like that. I didn't even bother with anything else, yeah. But I remember that rest of the week they were trying so hard for me to respond again, and I realized, I'm thinking, what the hell? I'm thinking, because I responded the first time, and I remember they're trying to call this whole like, this, like, they're trying to call like this whole, you know, they were loving the clout they were getting. I ignored it for the rest of the week. It stopped. Never heard of them again ever in my life. But I ain't gonna lie, I would name this person, bruv, yeah, because that one person got involved for no reason, bruv, yeah, and with no proof. It's a blogger as well, bruv, yeah. It's an influencer girl, yeah. And put a story saying something and then tagging me on it. I'm thinking, what the? And then I was like, this girl, no one even knows about you anymore, bruv. You get
is
it?
it like a?
Yeah, I'm like, this girl, like, no one even knows about you. You got grilled for doing bare mad stuff online as well, bruv, as a hijabi as well. And you're coming here trying to draw me out, bruv, for what? I didn't even respond to her, but I don't know, but
I always have this thing, like, with the big content creators and stuff like that. And when you're talking about chunks, it made me think. I saw that Sideman football charity match the other day,
Yeah.
and they got bare different people on there.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like podcasts or content creating and stuff like that, you don't see no Asian people on any of those kind of content.
I know, man.
And it really annoys me because I think if you and Chunks was in the same room, it'd be different, like super different.
Yeah.
And I think it would be sick. And you know what? It probably will happen one day. Like, it probably will happen.
Maybe.
And if there's anyone that could do it, it'd probably be you. But it's like, why do you feel like, I don't know, some of these big brands ain't shouted you to come onto their platform the same way they shout people like Chunks? Because in hindsight, your platform is probably very similar levels to what they were when they were starting as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe now it's a lot bigger because they've got that wide commercial stuff. But when they were starting and you was doing a similar thing at very similar times as well, YouTube as well as Instagram and stuff like that, why do you think that you guys don't get a shout for these kind of things?
I don't know, bro. And I see it myself, and I say it to other people myself as well. Like, all these companies, they talk about, they do certain stuff for diversity, but that diversity never includes our people. Like, even that, what's that advert they done that Hamza had to do a parody to?
Yeah, the Nike advert.
Yeah, so it's all about that. But for them, diversity is just black and white.
Yeah.
Or Asian mean if you're from like, if you're Chinese or something.
Yeah.
But like, that's the only. But I feel like then again, our people don't push it hard enough to the commercial lot that wears the Asian faces.
But do you feel it's because like, sometimes I think
unless
about
you know someone in there.
that's what it
But
is.
that's what I've learned though. I've learned in this industry. I've learned that you can only work with a certain company or work with like certain people if you know someone in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent. I mean, sometimes the numbers speak for themselves, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's like, you can't turn someone like Chunks away. He's got million subscribers on YouTube. Like, you can't, maybe more now. I think he's got 2 or 3 now. But it's like, you can't turn those numbers away. It's in your face. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like a lot of Asians have this, right? You know, when someone's gone and done something commercial in the white space, let's say, or the black space, that's the only time they're respected.
Like, you know, even if say a commercial company done something, say if they done that same Adidas or Nike advert, just with white people, you know, the black community will go nuts. Yeah, they will cause chaos online. Where's the black representation? But our people won't do that. The most active lot are like the ones that are 18 plus ages, So then you're gonna have to start doing content for that kind of age.
For that age.
Yeah, nowadays, but they got no filter, man.
Yeah.
You get it? Especially like even on TikTok, if there's someone's like a video of someone's janaza, there will be someone along that line saying something mad there. Do you get it?
Yeah. I think that's wild though. That's wild when people just feel like they can say what. But these platforms have opened up that space.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's the platform's fault. For like Instagram, you won't really see it like that. But TikTok, you will see anything, bro.
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
But even some of our lot, man, it's like them man do full on bizarres on TikTok live, bro. Like it's basically they act like they're in the actual room by themselves with no one watching, but they're on live and they're doing the actual bizarre on live with literally a speaker person or whatever, and then witness with them, and I'm thinking, bruv, this is so personal what they're talking about in their own life, and they're just giving it out to the whole public, bro.
But is that like a clout thing, or is it they legitimately got some real stuff?
Bruv, there was a bizarre between a husband and a wife the other day. The wife was on, the husband was on. There was 4 other people. I don't know who they were to them, but they. I'm thinking, bruv, this is so personal, bruv. You don't need to go and do this in a house or something, man. How you lot on live? And one of the guys' his video's on, and he's like, I'm here to have thumbnail. I'm thinking, it's so embarrassing.
I saw this actually.
I saw something yesterday, bruv. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I don't know. I'll show you later.
I think I know the one you're doing. I should tell you. I'm sure I laugh, bruv. You know what? I feel bad because I feel like that person has lost it. I
don't know, bro.
Hopefully this comes out when people forget about that
clout,
video.
Bro.
But is that clout one though?
I think it's clout, bro. I think
that person has
because
got
you know
mad
what?
issues.
People know her, and her friends, their friends are on live with her,
egging her on as well.
If any of my mates done even attempted to do that on live, I'm not gonna be on live with them. I'm gonna go straight to their house and make them come off. Like what happened? So there, bruv. You're letting your friend embarrass themselves on live, bruv. And you're saying, calm down, just calm. I'm like, what the hell? What kind of friend are you, bruv?
But that was, I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, man. I was shocked. I was literally like, they bite.
But that was like real. You could tell that was real pain.
It's real pain.
That's mad.
But the worst thing to do is bring real pain. You know, where people are gonna take the mick out of you.
But do you think that person knows that she's
They
doing
know,
that?
man. Trust me, they know.
You think she's
It's
playing
like
a
the
game?
other brother as well. He knows.
He's playing a game, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's playing a game, bro. Because people love seeing people.
That's embarrassing, though,
What is
bro.
thing though? People love watching other people's problems.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's like a nut up.
Even
to
if
them,
there's
innit?
like a little feud between someone, yeah. Like
Yeah.
say if this is a random person and this is the influencer.
Brother, it's like Amir
and
Khan
someone
and his
said this
wife.
about this influencer, yeah.
Yeah.
And after from nowhere, there's another influencer there. They want to put their two, and they always say, I don't really want to talk about this, but I wanted to give my 2 pence in. No one told you to speak, bruv.
That's giving me a great idea. You know what I'm gonna do for this? Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 free sound bites
Yeah,
right now. Yeah, and I'm gonna put it up.
yeah.
And this is gonna look like I'm beefing you.
Is it?
And they're not gonna watch the whole episode. to
Yeah,
see this
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
So the first one I'm gonna do is not many people really like you though. And the second one I'm gonna do
Yeah.
is, but you done those people over badly. Nothing related to what we're talking about.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
guarantee you, as soon as I put these sound bites up, people are gonna come immediately because they love to see the sorrow, bro. You know, if
And
you
listen,
come on-
look, guys. This is we're gonna put this towards the end, okay? Yeah.
yeah, this could be right
Because
there.
this is us testing, yeah, what people actually, if people actually like seeing other people's problems and personal life, yeah, and if that's right, then you very bad people.
Yeah, you come to the wrong
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
But-
Doragay is a problem.
You've been clocked. You know what? This has been like such a deep conversation, yeah, and
no, bro.
I feel like it's good because you know we could have come and had bare jokes on here.
Yeah,
And you know what?
yeah,
We'll do another episode
Yeah.
where we'll bring Madge and all the other
Yeah,
boys
yeah,
and we'll
yeah,
have
yeah.
bants like
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
will. And I promise the viewers that we will do that, whether it be on your pod, my pod, wherever.
Yeah.
We will do that. But I felt like it was important for people to see who you are,
Yeah, no,
what you
100%,
do.
man.
But what's
Yeah.
coming up next for you?
Yeah, so obviously I've got what do you
Your
call it?
podcast obviously has come out.
Yeah, so I got
That's
the
the first
podcast,
one.
yeah. But that's obviously we're just doing them more on like a banter scale.
Yeah.
Again, I'm getting more content ready in terms of like interacting with the public and stuff. Like I said, as well, music. I'm having that conversation with myself,
Yeah, yeah.
bruv. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, I'm just trying to be a dad as well, bro. Most like out of everything in it, just trying to be a dad, bruv.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Cool.
Hey, man. But one thing I do think is, ever since having kids, bro, that I should have been active and healthy, bruv. Because you need to.
Well, you got dad bod early.
Yeah, I had dad bod like since like God knows about 20. No, actually, do you know my wedding? I was at good size. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I think during my wedding, I think I was at my
You was probably
best.
at your best size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was at my best then. And then after marriage, that's it.
Got complacent.
Yeah, just like straight, just getting bigger. Now I just got a straight dad bod, but I need to get rid of it, fam.
No, it's gonna. You're still young, bro. Remember,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
still
yeah,
lose
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? But before you leave, tell us something that the viewers and the listeners need to know about. Whether it be in your community, outside the community, is there something we need to watch? Someone we need to watch? Tell us something that we don't know.
You know, I'm gonna say a message to the younger lot that are starting up in the industry, innit? Not everyone's gonna be happy with you. Not everyone's gonna believe in you. But if you keep going, you're gonna basically get where you wanna be in it. And the people that are supporting, like influence, like not even, I don't like the word influencer, innit? But the people that are supporting the content creators, man, just try and support to your fullest. Because at the end of the day, like our people need support from our own people, bruv. Like first before anything, innit? And just having that, just knowing that you've got that support from your own community is a big feeling, bro. Like when I go outside and people tell me, bro, you're doing really good for our community. It's a proud moment, innit? You get it, and then it gives you more of a drive to like take our community more. Because me going to a certain place, I'm not doing it just for me going up there. I'm doing it for our people, bruv.
You also need them to go up as well,
to
innit?
open those doors for us, innit?
Yeah, of course. But it's like, you know, if you're there by yourself, it doesn't have as much meaning as when everybody else
when
gets
everyone's
there.
there together, bro.
Yeah, 100%. No, but thank you for coming on, bro. I'm glad that we
man.
made this happen.
Of course, my brother.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more episodes.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know you, living under a rock, where do they all find you?
On Instagram, Iksy TV, and yeah, I think everything else is Iksy TV as well, bro.
So what are you on? Instagram?
Instagram Iksy TV, TikTok Iksy Hawk, because someone bloody took my name, bro. Yeah, in Bangladesh. Yeah. And YouTube Iksy TV, and that's it, bro. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're working on at the moment?
Now, so I'm basically like I said,
Give us something that no one knows.
I'm basically trying to get to the stand-up side in it fully.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get a script ready that that basically all of us lot can relate to, innit?
Nice.
But it's just getting that right script there, innit?
Nice. Well, we look forward to it, and I'll be there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll be the first guy buying the ticket. I'll buy the front row first.
Nah, because it's you know what I'm saying.
But thank you for coming on, bro. I really appreciate it. And soon, hope you find all your answers that you need. And you know I'm always behind you anyway. Everyone here is always behind you. I'll see you soon. Follow us at Moving Famous. Follow us. Follow myself if you want.
DJ Kye UK.
Yeah, and we're on Acast, YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe, everything. And yeah, thank you for your ongoing support. There's gonna be a lot more episodes coming out, and just hit us up. Peace.